Okay, all right, we are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome. I have updated the description box for you guys. If you are looking to book a reading for this live, all that information is down below. I'm going to bring out some different decks, though, for tonight. And honestly, I want to bring back the Everyday Witch Tarot because it's my absolute favorite. And then I'm missing something. What am I missing? Okay. Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome. So if you guys are new here, this is my live stream. I do personal readings on here if you are interested in getting a personal reading done. The list is pretty open for tonight. I have one pre-booking, well, two pre-bookings, but I have space available if you guys wanted to get booked in. All that information is down below. I'm going to start off with like a little itty bitty collective reading just for everyone tuning in right now, everyone joining. I hope everyone is doing well, having a good Tuesday. I feel like the month is just flying by. The year, all of it, flying by way too quickly. So for number one on our list today, we have Trina. But I'm going to give Trina a moment to come and join in. And in the meantime, I have this like really awesome deck that I just used in my most recent pick a card that I uploaded. What Are They Hiding? Definitely go check it out. But I love this deck. I'm obsessed. It's the Mystic Martian Oracle deck. And I'm just going to pull for the collective. There's some really cool oracle messages in it, so it doesn't have to be like that literal. First, we have the earth element. So we might have some earth signs joining the live. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. We're about to enter Virgo season, so happy birthday to all my Virgos out there. We have survival, adaptable, reliable. Oh, and fire. I promise this deck has actual aliens in it. But we're getting elements here. So hello to my fire signs who might be watching the live. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Warrior, passion, fearlessness. Earth and fire. What else do we have for the collective? What else do we have for the collective? We have the Ebens. Mystery, reading between the lines, intuition. The Ebens. I love this deck. It's just so funny to me. What is the energy for the collective spirit? We have the Galactic Federation. Collaboration, meetings, community. Mystery, reading between the lines. We have the Arcturians, feeling safe, wisdom keepers, concern. And we have the Nephilims, controversial, assessing new perspectives. Okay, how to read this? Where do I even begin? The first thing, I mean, if I'm just intuitive reading, the first thing that these showed me is that right now we're in a daily moon of Aries and we're about to transition at midnight into a daily moon of Taurus. So we're transferring from a fire element in the moon sign to an earth element in the moon sign. Personally, I feel like with the fire sun and the fire moon, today was quite a feisty day. So was yesterday, as far as just like people's interactions. Nothing crazy, but just I felt like people had a little bit more lip than normal. Like, if that even makes sense. Definitely like comment in the chat if you like had some weird encounter with someone today or yesterday, because I definitely did, and I was like, woof. I even Googled it. I was like, what is the moon in? Why is everyone so feisty? But it was in Aries, and we're now transitioning into Taurus. Now, I'm not saying that's what these oracle cards mean, but to me, intuitively reading, that's kind of what I picked up on. And because of that, we're shifting from sort of a state where the moon is in something that's very passionate and fiery into something that's more steady. And I feel like the moon in Taurus is going to be more of like a homebody energy. Some of you guys could be going through a situation with your work where there's some sort of controversy or some sort of transition. Some of you guys could be switching to a new career, switching jobs, switching within a job or job structure. There could be some job drama. But there's something kind of going on that is like requiring you to be a team member, requiring you to like collaborate, even if it goes against like your own intuition, or even if it goes against maybe your own perspective and like what you would normally agree with versus what you wouldn't. Also, I see the chat moving around. Paulus will help you guys out with any questions you might have. Feel free to ask them. Hello to everyone joining. I hope everyone's doing well. Thank you so much, Zabe. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. You're super sweet. And then Mango Kami Sama. Honestly, I love everyone's screen names because, like, you know how in Snapchat, like, if you made a screen name like a long time ago, like you're stuck with it forever. So like my screen name is Sam Jam, and honestly, like I feel like I've grown into it. I feel like I should stick with it forever. So I love people's like screen names and like what they come up with. But back to this is sort of a collective reading. I'm trying. It's a funny deck. It's a weird deck, obviously. So I'm trying to figure out like what all these cards together represent and what they mean. This could even just be like an overall general message about like listening to yourself and listening to your intuition. So if you've had people around you in your ear, or you've had something to do with work, or having to like hold your tongue because you have to, hold the job, or there's something going on, I feel like if something is not ringing true to you, if something's not right, or if you're not feeling safe in some sort of environment, listen to your intuition and listen to your inner self and how you feel in the situations that you're put in. If it's uncomfortable all the way around, I mean, I definitely think there are uncomfortable circumstances in life in general that we have to deal with, and that's a part of adversity. But if it's just like ringing in your ears that something is not right and it's not vibing, then definitely, flee away from that. With the Evens coming out here, the Evens is an acronym for an extraterrestrial biological entity used by specialized top secret pathology, osteology, and scientific experts researching discovered ETs in captivity. So the Evens and what they represent is sort of the unknown, mystery, reading between the lines, intuition, trusting your hunch, and discriminating data or inner data at that. So for the Arcturians also coming up, the Arcturians are from the Bootes constellation, and although they vary in size, some are tall, others are small, their skin colors vary from a range of blue tones to green. They are known for having profound telekinesis and no sicknesses at all. Arcturians have extensive wisdom and cosmic knowledge. Arcturians choose... I'm trying to find the oracle message in this. Arcturians were historically responsible for assisting the Palladians into ascended awareness during their collective consciousness shifts. The crop circles' elaborate sacred geometry designs are usually the work of Arcturian frequency technology. Arcturians choose to terminate their physical life through agreed contracts for the highest development of their advanced species. So what they represent is inner work, philosophy, esoteric knowledge, releasing karma, self-discovery, intellect, study, education, diplomatic. Okay, so they're all about research, and I feel like I'm getting to the I'm like failing miserably at this like collective reading, because like damn, these cards are weird. And then we have the Nephilims, these 14-foot tall giants, discovered bones as old as 50,000 to 300,000 year olds. What they represent is new perspectives, new ideas, brute strength, temptation, critiquing, assessing. And then we have the Galactic Federation. Deep knowledge, yes. Okay, the Galactic Federation. Hi Trina. Hello everyone. I'm like kind of in the middle of this collective reading that I'm just like failing because I'm trying to figure out what these cards mean and how they all connect together. Galactic Federation is all about collaboration, alliances, cooperation, monitoring, community, symbiotic group dynamics. Okay, I mean, if I'm just gonna intuitively, I honestly feel like what all these cards have in common is there might be some sort of situation that you've been put in recently, or multiple situations you've been put in recently, whether this is in life, your personal life, your friendships, your family, career, love life, all of that, that has made you kind of reassess. You're kind of looking at someone and what they're telling you, and you're not necessarily believing them, or something in your intuition is telling you not to trust something or someone or an environment or a place or a new job. And what I'm seeing that all these cards have in common is that you truly are such a powerful being. You have all of the tools necessary at your extent within yourself. So if something is not adding up in your own mind, in your own gut, definitely take a step back, assess the situation. Don't go off, don't go crazy on somebody and accuse them of something. If it's a personal situation, don't quit your job. Don't do anything drastic. But definitely keep that knowledge for yourself. Keep that for your archives. If someone lies to you and you see it's a pattern, keep that, you don't have to confront them about it, but keep it in your books. Understand that this person lies. These are powerful tools to have within yourself, within your own self-government. And these are tools, and I'm calling them tools because they will help you out like later in life. It is a strength to train yourself in this way. With the fire element coming out, it's basically saying, even though when we feel this way, we feel fiery, we want to go off, we want to go crazy, we should be steady with the earth element. We should be stable. We should persevere. We should be tolerant. And then what I'm seeing with these cards is sometimes we do have to collaborate with people we disagree with, or we have to get along to go along with family, or whatever it is. And that's just necessary for survival in general. But definitely keep things for yourself and understand them better for yourself. And if you feel like something is clashing with you, or if you feel like the energy is off or the vibe ain't right, do what you will with that. You can take it as a life lesson that some people just have differing perspectives from you. Or you could, draw a boundary or a line, or, take it however it resonates. But I feel like what these cards have in common is that, aliens are aliens. And they're looked at as this foreign, kind of object. But what's really cool about them is that they definitely use all of their brain power, all of their knowledge, all of their intuition at its full force, at its presence, and they use it to their advantage. And you know, they use it to their advantage, in which people don't even understand them anymore because it's so alien to them. And I feel like if we're kind of really being abstract with it, you guys could be considered alien because you're into tarot and you're spiritual and you're into the occult and you're very intuitive. And honestly, when we step outside of this community, the average person isn't. They're not. So just understand that you have kind of a one-up on a lot of people. Don't use it for anything negative. Just use it for yourself, and be discerning when it comes to your interactions and environments that you put yourself in. I don't know. That's what I'm getting. But I hope that resonated. If you guys wanted to book a reading for tonight's live, you can. All the information is down below. I'm going to get into the readings for tonight, starting with the lovely Trina. Hello, Trina. How are you? I hope you added a question. So let me know what your second question is. But I am going to start with your first one. So you got an 18 plus and channeled messages. I hope everyone is doing well. Hi, Simon. Hello, Jennifer. Alistair, Mango, Kami, Sami, Trina. Okay. So I read this just a couple minutes ago, but basically you were hanging out with your friends and you saw Bradford, and he didn't say anything when you saw him. He was with his girlfriend, and she kept kind of dragging him away from the friend group. But you had heard from your friend told you that Bradford was thinking of ending things with her, and you don't know why, but it didn't seem that way last night. So how is he feeling about you after last night, which was a couple days ago? It's been a little over a month since we last saw each other. Okay, so how was Bradford feeling about Trina when he last saw her? We have the 10 of Pentacles. Wow. How was Bradford feeling about Trina when he last saw her? We have the 3 of Cups. We have, what does she want to be in? I don't know. We have the 7 of Swords. We have the 6 of Swords. Clarify the 10 of Pentacles for me. Clarify the 10 of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Wands. Clarifying the 3 of Cups, we have the Tower. Clarify the 7 of Swords. We have the Moon. How is Bradford feeling for Trina after he saw her? And clarify the 6 of Swords. Okay. Bottom of the deck energy is the King of Wands. So he was definitely looking your way, in your direction, feeling really attracted to you. Okay, so to start off with the dude, I love Target. To start off with the 10 of Pentacles, I definitely feel like when he last saw you, how he was sort of thinking and feeling about you was that you were like super content without him, like very much so, just not it's not a thing. Like, you just did not care. He was seeing you for whatever reason. I don't know if like what you were wearing was pretty lavish, or maybe you were wearing like new clothes or something, or maybe you like were paying for everyone's drinks. But for whatever reason, we have like the Ten of Pentacles. So he was seeing you as someone who was like really like in your comfort zone, you know, really in your money. Like, he felt like you looked really lavish. He felt like you looked really stable, really together, really unbothered, like a complete whole person that does not really need him or is not fazed by him whatsoever. And Bradford being Bradford, that turned him on. With the Knight of Wands is a fuckboy, honestly. I mean, he definitely was like very attracted to you. He had that King of Wands on the bottom of the deck. He was very sexually attracted to you, so he was checking you out for sure. He didn't even really see you as icy. Like, I know you said you were like very Queen of Swords on him, but he saw you more of like a Queen of Pentacles type of vibe. But he saw you as looking like really good, really attractive. Maybe like something about you had changed. Again, you said it was like a month since you saw each other. So maybe like you've been working out, or I don't know, maybe you changed something about your hair, but there's some sort of change that made you look even more elevated than you usually do, and how you usually do is really attractive to them. So, and then they saw you kind of like surrounded by your group of friends with the Three of Cups. Kind of saw like that you were like in your element, hanging out, partying. The Three of Cups talks about like a group setting, and it talks about, you know, it can talk about drinking as well. So maybe they just saw that you were like with your friends, just completely unbothered, maybe even like your back turned to him, like doesn't even really care, you know. And I feel like that kind of put him in his feels with the Tower. I wouldn't say like in his feels. I mean, we have the Moon, I guess. Like, it definitely, like, okay, well, let me back up. Bradford with that Knight of Wands, like, he likes attention from you. He really does. And you didn't give him any attention. You didn't look at him. You had your back turned to him. You were really in your zone with your friends, hanging out, getting some drinks. And like, you look super unbothered, and not even in a bitchy way, more like in a comfortable way. Anyway, like, that definitely that made him feel some type of way. It made him feel really frustrated. And it's funny to me that he has the nerve to feel frustrated, because it's like, okay, first of all, but I guess it did kind of shoot down his ego a bit. He sees you as someone with a Seven of Swords that kind of like ran away from him and the connection. Maybe he genuinely felt like it was open-ended, that you guys could have some sort of friendship or whatever it was, and you're just like, nope, I'm good. And you know, because there was that distance, that separation, even with the Six of Swords, with this month long, like, you haven't seen each other, I guess he felt like kind of in his feels. Like, you finally see each other, and you weren't the warm Trina that you usually are. You weren't like, oh, hi, how are you? Like the person that sends him flowers, like when someone passed away, or, you know, like it, excuse me, you just weren't that version of yourself to him. And he felt that pullback. He felt that drawback. He felt you completely distance yourself from him, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, and then be even better without him, like thriving even with the Ten of Pentacles. And now you have him thinking like, okay, well, shit, like, I definitely I want to like revisit Trina. Like, I want to talk to her again. I don't know what this Page of Pentacles is offering. I don't know if this is like, you know, starting to shift his mentality into wanting a relationship. This is such a runner-chaser dynamic, because now you're running from him. He wants to chase after you. And again, I don't know what this pentacle represents. I don't know if this is like the whole enchilada, or if this is just like, I want a peace offering. Like, I want a friendship. I want to, like, you know, be cool again, because I didn't like you ignoring me. That wasn't like a good vibe to me, and I miss like what we were, you know. So, but he is in that realm of thinking where he's like, how can I come back around? How can I like you know, how can we talk again? How can we be where we were again? Because where we're at right now is separation and distance. And I mean, I'm sure he doesn't call it that. He's not like, oh my God, we're in separation, but he is feeling the void, you know? And so he's kind of like strategizing, thinking like yang energy, masculine energy, planning, how can I come towards you, come forward in some sort of way, come with some sort of offer. We have all that glitters, which is all that glitters isn't always gold, and it just talks about even if something looks shiny and nice on the surface, doesn't mean that it is. So take that how it resonates. This could have been like, it can represent like your energy and how even though you are acting totally content doesn't mean that you are, or it can even represent that his relationship, you know, because you were saying it doesn't look like they're going to break up, but you know, all that glitters on the surface isn't always gold. We have deception. I mean, he's definitely wearing a mask, and he's trying really hard to not reveal these feelings and not reveal like how he feels for you. And then we have trust. The situation's calling for you to have faith. And I don't know if this is faith in that this is coming full circle, like we kind of predicted a long time ago. We have romantic feelings. So yeah, I mean, you definitely triggered those romantic feelings all over again because of that mutual attraction, that sexual attraction. I mean, super attracted to you, super attracted to your sense of style, your body, all of that, and it just kind of made him, and I don't know, whatever tower moment he's going through, I can't imagine that you put him in a tower moment unless there's more to it, like there is some sort of messy situation with his relationship, already was in a tower moment, and then this whole thing happened, this interaction happened with you, proving to him that, like, you know, you were the better choice, or you were, you know, he should have maintained some sort of connection with you. And it put him in that tower moment further. So let's do your channeled messages and let's see what he would say to you. So what would Bradford say to you? But I need to take a sip of water first. What would Bradford say? Okay, we have Justice. Hi, Tamara, how are you? And the Clef Singer, we do have some spots left. If you guys want to get on the list, you can. All that information is down below, and Paulus will help you guys out in the chat. And then, yeah, Trina, like, it's like I don't know. It's such I think it's such a twin flame, like, journey, like, with him. Because when you pull away, he comes towards you. When you come towards him, he pulls away. It's like this on and off sort of thing. And I don't know what you want your second question to be, but maybe it could be in the realm of like what's going on in that connection, because it does seem sort of like that tower moment was meant for them. But what would Bradford say to you? Let's do your channeled messages. What would Bradford say to you? We have the King of Cups in reverse. Well, he's definitely hiding his feelings. I mean, I guess for good reason. What would Bradford say to you? We have the Eight of Swords in reverse, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. We have the Knight of Cups. So no matter what, like any kind of movement, it might take a while for there to be any sort of movement here. And we have the Six of Cups. What would Bradford say to you? There's that King of Wands showing up again. You have the Emperor, or the Hierophant. What would Bradford say to you? Wow. I know that I treated you unfairly in the past. I mean, I've admitted this before, but I'm starting to realize, just like in the realm of things, just how unfair I handled the situation. And I know that at this point the situation has sort of exhausted itself. I know at this point it seems sort of impossible for us to start over and reconcile. But I really, really wish we could. I miss being with you. I miss some of the more intimate moments with you. I have a tough time, like, even wrapping my head around the feelings that I have for you, because honestly, on the surface, I don't know. I mean, we haven't spoken, we don't hang out anymore. I'm with somebody else. I shouldn't even have any feelings for you, but yet and still I feel this draw, this connection. And I am tired of it living in my head. Like, I'm tired of running from it. I'm tired of everything always coming back, like, to you, coming back full circle. I just want to, I don't know. Obviously right now I can't do anything, but I would love to imagine that in the future I can. I really do miss you, and I think about you all the time. I think about you every day. I think about how I should have been with you. I think about how maybe someday we can be together. And a lot of those thoughts stay obviously in my head, but more so in my fantasy, because why would you ever, like, accept me or talk to me? And even how would I express this to you? Because it sounds crazy that I am admitting that I was wrong and that I want to come towards you again, but I do. And I know it won't be now. It'll be one of those things where time tells, you know, because there's nothing that I can do right at this moment. But this is something I ponder, something I think about all the time, and like what a relationship would look like with you. And I don't know. I mean, we'd have to really move forward from like this current stuff, this messiness and the drama, and we'd have to really make sure that we you know, leave it in the past. But I feel like if we both put in the work, if we both really tried to move forward, like we could be actually really happy together. I feel like, I don't know, I have this new profound like respect for you. I really respect your hustle. I respect how chill you've been, how tolerant you've been, how accepting, and how you want to just move forward. And I want the same thing. I want to move forward too. I want to see us finally come full circle and finally be able to leave all the drama and the bullshit in the past and all of the messiness and the heartbreak. And, you know, I don't even know if this is a choice that I'm gonna have the power to make, but I hope for it. I hope that you can come around and see things from my perspective, and that we can have an honest conversation and I can express myself to you the way that I really want to. But ultimately, I really appreciate you as a human, and I'm just super glad that I met you, and I'm sad that I've kind of lost you as a friend, or at least for now I feel like I've lost you as a friend, because you're someone that I would talk to, and I don't know. I feel like I can't do that right now. I also feel like our friends are kind of like guarding you and won't let me talk to you even if I wanted to, but anyway, it's honestly my fault, so it is a loss that I should feel, but I'm glad that you're happy, and I hope you truly are, and someday, hopefully, we will be able to talk again. All right. Trina, so that was your channeled messages from Bradford. Let me know what your second question is. And Tamara, I got you. You're added to the list. If you guys want to book, you can. All that information is down below. I'm going to check to make sure if anyone else booked. Okay, so we will definitely do what is next, what's going to happen next between you two. What is going to happen next between you two? We have the Six of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, the Sun. Wow, this is really positive. Catherine, I got you. You're also on the list. You are after Tamara. If you guys want to book, you can. All the information is down below. The list is filling up, but there still is some spots left. We have the Devil in reverse. What's going to happen next with you and Bradford? I mean, it looks really positive so far. We have the Nine of Cups. We have the Seven of Cups. We have the Magician and the Four of Wands. Okay. Bottom of the deck energy is the Hierophant in reverse, but I don't know if we read reversals on the bottom of the deck, but it is the Hierophant energy. So moving closer to a more committed energy. Committed in that doesn't necessarily mean like, oh, you're going to be in a relationship with him, but it like just yet, but it means that he's starting to realize like the impact of his actions, and we saw that in the last question. And how the flightiness, the inconsistency, it really adds up in the scales of justice. And ultimately, the person he's fucking is himself. So I feel like he's going to come forward with some sort of apology with the Six of Cups. An apology and maybe even like an I miss you. Like, I miss you. I've been missing you. Like, there's some sense of nostalgia that I feel like you guys could connect on. Six of Cups, clarifying with the Nine of Cups to me is like reminiscing on the good old times, and that might be the icebreaker. Like, remember that one time we went to this concert, or like things like that, I feel like is what might, you know, reconcile you two and connect you two back together. But I feel like he's going to try to come forward with some sort of like nostalgic memory that can bind that glue back together. With the Wheel of Fortune, I do see like a full-on energetic shift with the connection, in that there might be some sort of ending and new beginning. Now, the ending could represent the connection that he's currently in, the relationship he's in. I'm not too sure, but regardless, I feel like the wheels are turning within this connection, in that there seems to be more freedom, more open space, more positivity. And it could be, like I had said, that he is choosing to be more consistent and just, you know, more like decent towards you. But we have the sun, and I feel like there's going to be a lot of like joy and happiness moving forward, and a lot of that toxicity or that kind of like negative pain of separation and this back and forth with this new girlfriend is going to be left in the past. It is going to be healed and ended, and I feel like you guys will be able to kind of move towards better times. Now, what's interesting is the Seven of Cups. Like, I feel like there's a lot of, we could read this and that there's a lot of different directions that this could go in, like a lot of different ways that this could play out. We could read this as there's going to be a lot of different opportunities between you two, or we can even read this as, you know, by the time he comes back around, you're not going to necessarily be entertaining him because you'll have other options to entertain. And with the Magician, this talks about tools at your disposal, and it talks about like the inner strength that we have within us. So I feel like what might be the case, like moving forward, is, you know, full circle, you might not necessarily want this anymore. Like, I do think he'll come back around, but that might be just enough to satisfy you, and that you're like, haha, like I was right. And we have the Four of Wands clarifying. I think ultimately, you know, this is some sort of soul connection. There is some sort of karma. Karma doesn't have to have a negative connotation attached to it. It can be a positive thing, but there is some sort of like Akashic record here, some sort of stickiness that binds you two together. And it could be that there's lessons that have to be learned, or it could be that there's triggers that and wounds that need to be healed. But whatever it is, I feel like the situation between you two is going to come very full circle and sort of close itself. It's going to close up. So it's kind of this energy of like, you're going to feel like a new profound sense of positivity and like healing in this connection, rather than the opposite, which is what you kind of have been experiencing. So we have No Place Like Home. It's coming out in reverse, but No Place Like Home, in that they haven't really quite realized just yet where home is and what home is. And I think they're going to come back around and realize that there's no place like home. There's no friend like, you know, Trina. And we have Chopped Wood. Chopped Wood is Chopped Wood. This card talks about necessary chores. It talks about things we don't want to do but we have to do. So like I said, necessary chores can represent karma and lessons and things that need to be healed, and you know, just so that we can grow and expand within our own soul journey. But I feel like this is like, you know, a lot of drama and there's a lot of things that have gone down, but at the end of the day, it was necessary for growth on both sides. So I could see it becoming a very full circle thing and ending on a really positive note, or ending to begin again on a positive note. So that's what I am seeing for you. Thank you so much, Trina, for joining the live. I hope you enjoy your Target experience. I am like loving their home decor stuff right now, but I have to stay away. I have to stay away. Honestly, when it becomes fall, that's when it gets really hard. I'm like, shit, I want pumpkins and I want to decorate. All right, I love you so much. I'm going to move on to the next person, which is Tamara, and after Tamara, we have Catherine. If you guys wanted to book, you can. All that information is down below. And if you have any questions, Paulus will help you out in the chat. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait, Tamara. You had a stroke today? Wow, that is so scary. I mean, I'm so glad that you're talking to me, that you're able to type, that you're getting the care that you need. That is so incredibly scary. I'm so sorry about that. Okay, so let me know what your question is. I'm not sure if you did in the chat. I can... So 1, channel messages from your divine masculine. And 2, what is going on with you? What do you need to know? Okay, so, no, my gosh. Okay, so channeled messages from your divine masculine. So what would he say to you? We have the King of Wands, the 2 of Pentacles, we have the Star. Okay, well, definite current energies. He's definitely very concerned about you and is trying to keep a watchful eye on you. I don't know if there's distance right now, but wherever he is, he's trying to like keep a watchful eye on you. He's trying to, you know, be there for you in whatever way that he can. He's seeing that you are kind of struggling with a lot. You're juggling a lot of different things all at once, and then this happened, and he's feeling very like just very like remorseful, very sorry. Why do I keep dropping my cards everywhere? You have the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. He definitely does not want you to feel left out. He doesn't want you to feel like you're alone in this. Oh, you haven't told him anything. Well, there's an energy here of like, okay, so there might be other things that you are going through. So let's say before you like, let's say you haven't told him anything about this hospitalization, the stroke. He could have seen you as just kind of dealing with a lot already as it is. And then because of that, just caring a lot about you. I mean, the King of Wands, and we don't talk about it enough, is a very sweet guy. He's someone who really does have a lot of love and a lot of care and like a lot of compassion. So with the 5 of Pentacles clarifying in reverse, I feel like he's just kind of like current energy is that he just doesn't want you to feel like alone and doesn't want you to feel like you're alone in anything that you're stressing out about or anything that you're currently going through. Let's clarify the 2 of Pentacles. Let's get some more information. Another current energy is a Star, and then he's just seeing you as someone that is extremely special to him, someone that has gone through a lot enough as it is, and that he's done a lot of like healing and soul searching with you, and you know, gives you a lot of credit, feels like a lot of his healing is credit due to you. So I do see the separation. So he's like away on business. We have the 3 of Wands clarifying the 2 of Pentacles. He's sort of looking towards the future from a really optimistic lens, like thinking about all the different opportunities that you guys could have together, all the different like adventures that you can experience. We have the Page of Pentacles clarifying the Star, and we have the Ace of Wands clarifying the Devil in reverse. Wanting to heal the past, wanting to maybe get rid of some of the ickier things. So I don't know if he stopped drinking or if he's completely cleaned up his act, but it really looks like it, at least from the cards. And he wants to keep it that way. He wants to keep all of that in the past, keep it behind you guys. So what would he say to you? What would he say to you? I care so much about you, and I feel like I always have to keep an eye on you. I don't know what you're up to or what you're doing, but I'm always worried about you. I'm always thinking about you. I never want you to feel alone, especially in the things that you're going through. I know you got a lot on your plate. You got a lot of stress, a lot of shit to deal with, a lot of people to deal with. I know that I feel like you're a really, and you can handle it. Like, I feel like you're a strong woman, you can handle it, but that doesn't mean you don't deserve a break. That doesn't mean you don't deserve some sort of getaway or adventure. You know, you've definitely helped me through a lot, and some of the more ugly parts of me, and you've shown me the light, and you've helped heal me in a way that I just cannot give credit to myself for, and I can only imagine how I can repay you and repay some of that. I want to keep clean, and I want to keep all of the messiness in the past. I don't want to go back there. That was dark. That was darkness, and I wasn't myself. And I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling strong and passionate and full of just lust for you and love for you, and damn, I want to make love to you, and I just care so much about you. You know, when I'm back from this trip, we are going to go out, and I'm going to take you out on a nice date, get some dinner, some drinks, and just reconnect. So stay patient. I'll be there soon. It'll go by so quickly, and we will be together again. I love you so much. I have such deep feelings for you and love for you. I miss you. I hate being apart from you. It makes me really sad, actually, when we're apart. And all I think about is reconciling, you know, being able to hug you again, coming close to you again, and loving you. And I've been wondering, you know, what you're doing, what you're up to, where you are at. And I'm trying not to be possessive and crazy and ask you all the time, but you should reach out to me, because I do want to know, but I'm trying to like loosen my grip a little bit. You make me a really happy man, and I'm want to give you more than I have ever before, and I want to continue to give to you. I want to continue to grow with you. You're so beautiful, so sexy, and I'm so just enamored. I hope that we can leave all of the shortcomings on my side in the past and just continue to prosper. All right. So that was your channeled messages from your divine masculine. Now I'm going to pull your question on, I think it was personal. It was something you wanted to know, like what to do for yourself or what you need to know. Let me double check. What's going on with you? What do you need to know? We have the Emperor and the High Priestess. We have the Two of Wands and the Queen of Cups. What's going on with you? What do you need to know? We have the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Hierophant. We have Judgment. What's going on with you and what do you need to know? Okay. We're starting off with the Emperor. So I feel like one of the first things that you need to know is that you're incredibly resilient and incredibly strong. You're going to get through this. Obviously, I mean, you're already sort of getting through it. I can't even imagine, what you're going through. But the Emperor here is in representation of you. It's not necessarily in representation of someone else, and it doesn't have anything to do with gender. It has to do with being a boss and being a leader and having and summoning strength in situations in which we didn't think we had it. And the Emperor clarifying, we have that Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is all about planting seeds. So this is kind of a metaphor for like when life really hits you and like pushes you down to the ground, just when you had thought you had like built yourself up, and just when you thought you had like really become stable, you get like pushed to the ground and you're like, well, why? And it just talks about how life comes in waves and cycles, and it talks about harvesting and harvest season. And you might have built yourself up into the boss that you are with the Emperor, and you could have gotten pushed down, but it's only an opportunity to plant more seeds so there can be more growth and more things to sprout from that. With the High Priestess here and clarifying the Hierophant, this also talks about a spiritual practice, because a Hierophant doesn't necessarily always represent like relationships and marriage. It can, but within this reading, especially clarifying the High Priestess, to me, this talks about a spiritual practice, and this talks about the need to be very keen and very routine with that spiritual practice. So if tarot is something like you visit from time to time, Spirit is saying visit it every single day, check in, check out, find some sort of spiritual routine that works for you, especially now that you're going to be in recovery, something holistic, something that helps your soul, something that you can wake up and look forward to, and be disciplined in that routine, because it's going to ultimately do you more good than not. But the Hierophant is someone that wakes up, we have this yoga instructor as the imagery, but someone that wakes up and has a routine in regards to a spiritual practice. And we have the High Priestess, and this just talks to me about how you have all that necessary goodness within you. You have the intuition, you have the tools, you have the open-mindedness. You're more powerful than you realize. You could pull your own cards, or this could be in representation of you can pull yourself out of this stroke and recover. You can talk to yourself, you can talk to your body, you can give yourself words of positive affirmations, but essentially you get the point. With the Two of Wands, clarifying Judgment, I honestly feel like this just talks about optimism. It talks about even when Judgment is all about like even after death. It's like there's Judgment Day. It's like even after death there's this reincarnation process, and there's this like life after death essentially. So even when things like fall to the floor and things seem like, like they've gone to shit, the Phoenix always rises from the ashes. And the Two of Wands is a card that talks about talks about optimism. And I feel like with that said, okay, I got you. You are number 4 on the list, and right now we are on number 2. But it talks about optimism. It talks about looking towards the future, looking forward towards the future, because it's bright. And I do see it being bright. We have that Queen of Cups in the sea. The sea. I don't know why I said the sea. We have the sun. Maybe the sea. Maybe you want to go to the sea. Maybe the ocean will be healing for you. But with the Queen of Cups and then the sun clarifying, to me that's your spirit guides. That's your spirit guides saying, you're an embodiment of love and vision and beauty and intuition, and we're not gonna do you dirty. Like, we want to keep you safe. We want to keep you feeling good, and we're going to bring you lots of blessings. Right now you're going through like a little test, but essentially you're going to be brought some blessings that are going to ultimately fulfill you and make you feel really happy and really good. So let's see what your oracle has to say. We have Loyal Heart and Poised. So Poised is a card that talks about confidence and it talks about like how you're ready for everything and anything that is comes towards you. You got this with the Emperor and the High Priestess. I mean, we do have a lot of major arcana here, so these are very significant messages coming through from your spirit guides. And we have loyal heart, and to me it's back to the Queen of Cups energy with the Sun. Like you're spiritually protected. You know, they got your back. They're not going to let anything bad happen to you. And although you can kind of classify this as something bad happening to you, it's the worst is now behind you, and it's only up from there, and it's how you kind of reap what you sow in the meantime. Okay, I'm like shaking too because like the energy's so strong. All right, Tamara, I love you so much. I really hope that resonated. Thank you so much for joining the live. Honestly, I hope you feel better. Definitely don't be afraid to reach out to me personally. You can message me on my Instagram, my personal Instagram. It's Samantha A. James. But definitely reach out. I hope that you recover and get better. I love you, and you're so welcome. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the next person, which is Catherine. And then after Catherine, we have Sajia. I hope I pronounced that correctly. If I didn't, I apologize. Okay, Catherine, so you got an 18 plus reading. Yes, claim it, girl. Healthy recovery is what I'm wishing for you. Hi, Catherine, how are you? You got an 18 plus reading, so you want a love reading, but you don't know what. You guess whatever comes up. You're not seeing anyone or anything, so just seeing what's in store for you. Okay, perfect. So let's figure out what is in store for you. What is in store for Catherine in her love life or the future of her love life? To start, we have the 5 of Swords in reverse. We have the Chariot. What is in store for Catherine in her love life in the future? We have the 7 of Wands in reverse. We have the 9 of Wands. We have the 2 of Swords. The Ace of Pentacles. What is in store for Catherine in her future love life? The Lovers. And the 9 of Pentacles. Okay. I feel like what's in store for you in your future, in the future of your love life, is moving away from people that don't give you everything that you're asking for up front. Like moving away from just the indecision of like, oh, should I pursue, or not even pursue, but should I like stay with this person? It's like if you even have to ask that question, you're out. It's kind of the energy of like, I'm moving away from being undecided. Like if I'm not 100% sure about who I'm involved with, then I want nothing to do with it. That's the energy that I'm getting. I feel like with the Chariot, there's a lot of like positive momentum forward, positive movement forward. I feel like a lot of momentum in general. You could be having a couple like hot flings. I'm not seeing anything. Well, hold on. I have to clarify. I feel like just by like asserting your boundaries in this way where you're kind of like affirming to the universe and to spirit, like, listen, I'm not dealing with things that are half-assed. Like, I want to move towards something that is fully for me. By kind of affirming that, I do feel like that's something that can manifest for you. That is something that can come in for you. And I do feel like that will trigger some positive momentum forward. In regards to your love life, we have the Chariot and then we have the Ace of Pentacles clarifying. So I wanted to say that you would have like a hot fling, but it could just start that way. But I do see it moving towards some sort of commitment. And I don't know with who. I'm not really getting an identity here. I'm getting just more like a general, like there is this variant, this potential in which you can like be in a relationship with someone that is more on the surface of being stable and committed and loyal, and less on the surface of being just a bunch of drama and competition and back and forth and here and there. And with the Lovers, it always signifies a significant connection. I mean, the Lovers talks about a choice that has to be made, but the Lovers in general signifies a very strong like connection and bond between two people. So I do feel like you, in the future of your love life, there's just a lot of energy here, and it's contrasting against each other. There's a lot of energy here of like, I'm independent and I'm hot and I don't need to deal with fuckboys, and I'm gonna move away from that and move away from that energy. And then I'm welcoming in, you know, commitment and loyalty and love and all of these really great things, and building a foundation of stability so that I can feel taken care of. We have passion. And let your friends help you. Yeah, pay attention to red flags. Like, what I'm really getting is that you're just going to see them up front, and you're just going to have more of a keen eye for them. You're not necessarily going to be interested in like dilly-dallying or like waiting too long to the point where you're like super involved and like they've really given you nothing to work with. We have Observer coming out, just fell on the floor though. Observer, like, you're going to be really seeing people for what they are, and you're going to be able to kind of like pick and choose what you want moving forward. And I do feel like you're going to manifest some sort of love that does move quite quickly, because you will be on the same page as this person. And with let your friends help you, they could be setting you up with someone. I don't know. There's sort of an energy here of you maybe getting like a blind date or being set up from a friend or like a mutual friend, but it looks very positive. And it does look like your love life does make sort of a transition in energy as far as like boundaries and like what you will manifest once you assert those boundaries and affirm that with the universe. So that's really positive. I love that for you. Okay, Catherine, so that is what I'm seeing for you. I really hope that resonated. Thank you so much for, being here and booking for the live. I love you as always, and I hope you're doing well. I'm going to move on to the next person. I have one more spot left for tonight. If you guys want to book, all that information is down below. And I'm going to move on to the next person, which is Sajia. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Okay. So you got an extended reading. We'll use an 18 plus deck, but you want to know what's going on with your love life, if there's any potential with your current crush, Jay. So is there any potential with your current crush, Jay? Okay. Sajya. Is there any potential with your current crush, Jay? We have the 3 of Cups to start. Is there any potential with your current crush, Jay? 3 of Cups, Ace of Wands, the Knight of Swords, we have the Tower. Why do we have the Tower? In reverse. We have the 9 of Cups. We have the 10 of Swords in reverse. Is there any potential with your current crush, Jay? We have the 2 of Wands, the Emperor. Okay. So I don't know if you guys have like a mutual friend group or you hang out in a group. But if you do, I mean, they definitely notice you. You definitely stick out from the crowd, and they definitely have like a special attraction to you. You're someone that they see as like being a very like happy and sweet person, and I think that they really find you beautiful, and they really like your personal style. But they almost find you kind of intimidating, and that's not necessarily what the 9 of Cups represents, but I don't know, for some reason I'm seeing that they kind of see you as intimidating a little bit, and it could be just because of their huge attraction to you. So one thing is for sure, that your crush is definitely attracted to you. They think you're very beautiful, very sexy. They're very curious. They kind of want to know like more about you and like what you look like without clothes, and all of that. We have the 10 of Swords in reverse, and I think clarifying the Ace of Wands is something that kind of stresses them out. Like they almost fantasize like to the point of like no redemption, like a little too much. They really want to know like what you're looking like, what you feel like they're very sexually drawn to you and sexually attracted to you. And they want to come at you with some sort of fast communication. So maybe this person like doesn't talk to you, or they try not to like text you. It's like they try to keep their distance, but like they don't want to, if that makes sense. So if there is like a friend group or some sort of group, like they notice you, they're crushing on you, you're crushing on them, but you guys don't like directly like speak to each other. Like you do and you don't, if that makes sense. And I think they want to like break that mold. They like want to talk to you like one-on-one, and they're gonna try to come like very casually, like, hey, what's up, like, hi. Just very fast communication. with the Two of Wands, I think they're very like, you know, optimistic towards like this connection. They like want to flirt with you. They imagine like, you know, maybe things going towards like a direction that is like, you know, very light and friendly and positive. They don't necessarily know like, you know, where things could head between you two. And that's why we have this Knight of Swords here. It's like they want to like talk to you, but they don't know if they should or how they should. So they might just come towards you in a very like casual way. They kind of like look at you as someone that they wish that they had moved a little more forward with. Like, they always felt like you were very attractive. They were always sexually attracted to you, but they never like made a move and they never did anything about it. And I think that's like one of their biggest regrets. And I think that they want to kind of like come towards you in a casual way and then like leave it open-ended with the Two of Wands and see how like things could progress and develop. Because we have the Tower in reverse here, I don't know if this person is like kind of gone through their own awakening individually. It doesn't necessarily mean that like this person's like, I'm going through an awakening. Like, they don't have to be that aware of it. But it just is to say that this person has had realizations about certain connections in their life, specifically spiritual ones, and maybe they felt like some sort of like spiritual connection to you, or maybe all of a sudden out of the blue they started thinking about you again, and they're like, that's kind of weird, and they're just sort of thinking on you and the connection, and they're like, well, we had a lot of chemistry. I mean, I don't know, I was really attracted to her. Because now they can't stop thinking about it. Like, it's almost obsessive thinking. We have the Emperor clarifying that Tower in reverse. And they're having, like, epiphanies and, like, realizations that maybe they should have, like, made a move. Or maybe the signs were clear that you did like them and have a crush on them. And they just weren't getting it at the time. And now they're kind of looking back. And they're, like, reassessing the whole thing. And they're like, oh, shit. Like, maybe I should come back around and come back towards her. So I don't know if you guys are, like, have each other on Instagram or Facebook or something, but for some reason they think they can come back around somehow, or because we have Knight energy, it could be that they don't even know how they're going to do it. They just know they're thinking about you and they want to try to find you somehow. But we have the King of Wands and, you know, and the Emperor. This person could have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius in their chart, but I feel like ultimately how they're feeling and thinking is like, you know, they're seeing the potential. So you're asking me if there's potential here with your crush. I think so, because they're seeing the potential and there is a huge mutual attraction here. But I think they're afraid that they're a little too late in the game. They like are kind of realizing they fumbled the ball when they had it. And with the Four of Cups, I think they're a little afraid of rejection because they think it's a little far-fetched. They might even be stalking your social media with that King of Wands and the Emperor energy, because they're very focused on you. So they might be stalking your social media and thinking like, wow, you're really attractive and you're looking really good. And yeah, definitely a work setting, something about working together or a group. Maybe you worked together. Oh, you work together for a bit. Haven't heard from them since they left. They do have me on social media. Okay, so they're kind of like thinking back on that and how they just didn't really read the signs, and they're kind of like, damn, like, I don't know, maybe she was crushing on me and I had no freaking clue. I just kind of like didn't get it, and it was right in front of me. They always felt like you guys had really good chemistry. Yeah, there's definitely some separation between you two, because like maybe you know, you don't work together, but there is like, you have each other on social media. We have the Fates. So it's kind of like the saying goes, like, if the Fates will allow it. I do feel like the Fates have, you know, brought you guys together thus far. So is there potential in this connection? I think so. I definitely think so. And I think that they've been kind of mulling over the idea of reaching out to you. Will they actually do it? I'm not sure, because we have two Knights, and both of these Knights are not the most reliable. But I mean, they don't have the best follow through, but I do think that they're very attracted to you. I mean, you could honestly like play them their own game and surprise them and reach out to them first, and I think they'd be super happy about it. But yeah, that is what I'm seeing for you. I hope that resonates. Thank you so much for joining the live and for booking a reading. I really appreciate you. And I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your night. All right, you guys, so that is all for tonight. I am going to log off. I have to get up super early tomorrow, but I just posted a new video and I hope that you guys enjoy it. I will have some more videos coming to the channel as well. In the meantime, however, stay safe, everyone, and stay healthy. Thank you so much for everyone that joined the live and just tuned in to watch. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys soon.